Ontario helps build homes for military veterans experiencing homelessness. Conrad Spizoka, Communications Branch, Ministry of Municipal Affairs and Housing. The Ontario government is providing nearly $2 million to help build up to 25 tiny homes as part of a veterans village for military veterans experiencing homelessness. This investment includes the transfer of provincially owned land and funding for planning and off-site servicing. The province is working in partnership with the Homes for Heroes Foundation and the City of Kingston to convert 1.5 acres of land into a veterans village. Located on the southeast corner of King Street West and Portsmouth Avenue, the Veterans Village will be constructed from prefabricated modular housing. Each tiny home will provide transitional housing for one veteran and be a private self-contained unit, which includes a kitchen, living room, bathroom, and sleeping area. Ontario owes a debt of gratitude to our veterans, and our government believes everyone, especially those whose lives have been in the service of others, should have a place to call home, said Steve Clark, Minister of Municipal Affairs and Housing. Today's announcement further demonstrates our government's commitment to stand up for our veterans and use every resource at our disposal to ensure they can access the housing they need and deserve. Congratulations to Homes for Heroes for making this important project a reality, stated Brian Patterson, Mayor of Kingston. We're honored to be the first city in Ontario considered for a project which will create up to 25 homes for military veterans experiencing homelessness. The last year was spent laying the groundwork necessary to push this development forward. We are now one step closer to providing these brave men and women, people who dedicated their lives to the service of our country, with safe and secure housing. We are grateful to have the support of the Ontario government partnering in our mission to end veteran homelessness. Minister Clark and his team have been amazing to work with, and they have truly shown their appreciation and compassion for those who have served and continue to serve, said David Howard, CEO and President, Homes for Heroes Foundation. Moving forward with building our third Veterans Village is due to the hard work of Ontario government staff, the team at the City of Kingston, our Kingston Volunteer Committee, and our staff. It takes a village to build a village. To speed up the zoning process so veterans can be housed as quickly as possible, the Minister issued a Minister's Zoning Order, MZO, on November 10, 2021, allowing for residential and complementary uses of the site, such uses as a community hall, which will serve as a resource center available to the veteran tenants for social gatherings and peer-to-peer support. Without the MZO, it could take years for the site to be rezoned through a zoning bylaw amendment, and for construction of the Veterans Village to begin. This Veterans Village is an example of how Ontario is helping to turn underutilized provincially owned properties into affordable housing through More Homes, More Choice, Ontario's Housing Supply Action Plan. It is also a testament to the provincial government's leadership in bringing public and non-profit sectors together to deliver much-needed housing for Ontario's heroes. As announced in Ontario's Fall Economic Statement, the government is getting shovels in the ground for housing, including the Veterans Village, as well as other key community infrastructure, to build a better and brighter future for the people of Ontario.
Outpouring of support from local community following the death of KLPS officer. Dan Kearns, Local Journalism Initiative reporter for The Standard. Kawartha Lakes. The Kawartha Lakes Police Service, KLPS, and the family of an officer who recently died received a flood of compassionate online messages from the community. On Saturday, November 6th, KLPS announced one of their members had died. Constable Mike Broderick joined the police service in April 2009 and was currently working in the Uniform Division. He leaves behind a wife and a daughter, the KLPS press release stated. Police Chief Mark Mitchell also commented on the tragic news in the release. Mike was an extremely dedicated officer who served his community with professionalism and compassion, he stated. His death is heartbreaking for all of us. Our thoughts are with his family, friends, and loved ones, and we will continue supporting them through this tragic time. The Ontario Provincial Police Criminal Investigations Branch and Coroner's Office are currently investigating the officer's death. At this time, Mike's family has requested privacy while they are grieving the loss of their loved one, the press release concluded. In a Facebook post, MP Jamie Schmale said he was terribly saddened to learn about Constable Broderick's death. While they are often unsung heroes, our first responders are the backbone of the communities they serve. My deepest condolences to the officer's family and the entire Kawartha Lakes Police Service. We are with you, mourning this devastating loss, he wrote. On Twitter, MPP Laurie Scott provided a message for everyone who knew Constable Broderick. My deepest condolences to the family and colleagues of Constable Mike Broderick during this tragic time. Thank you for your years of dedicated service to our community. Multiple police services and associations also sent their condolences. Sending strength and support to the Kawartha Lakes members and the family of Constable Mike Broderick. A devastating loss to the community in which he served and the entire policing community, read a Twitter post from the Hamilton Police Association. Brock Township implementing changes for 2022 meetings. Dan Kearns, Local Journalism Initiative reporter for The Standard. Brock. The Township of Brock is implementing a few changes to their council schedule and meeting model. At a meeting on Monday, November 15th, councilors saw a report regarding the 2022 council schedule. One of the changes is in regards to meeting attendance, with the township looking at a more hybrid model. Staff anticipate council chamber upgrades as outlined in a staff report, adopted by council on July 19, 2021, will be completed by the end of 2021. At such time, council meetings may be conducted in person, pending any COVID-19 pandemic restrictions. A newly upgraded technology will allow for hybrid meetings wherein members of council and the public may choose to participate in person or virtually, a report from Deputy Clerk Marley Drake explained. Hybrid participation will provide options in situations where inclement weather, illness, or other circumstances restrict members of council or the public from attending in person. Additionally, hybrid meetings present cost savings by reducing travel time, usually billed for consultants and legal representation. The schedule also includes a change to their evening meeting. The last meeting of every month will occur at 6 p.m. rather than 5 p.m. I do believe it is more accessible to our general population that way, Ward 2 Councillor Claire Doble said. Quarterly workshop meetings have been added to the Council's 2022 schedule. These workshops will allow Council to have an open dialogue with staff without the need to come to an immediate decision. Workshop topics may focus on key strategic priorities such as arenas, development charges, bylaw enforcement, master plans, etc. Senior staff will collaborate with members of Council to determine the workshop subject matter, Ms. Drake's report stated. Ward 3 Councillor Walter Schumer questioned if these meetings would all be held in closed session. Workshops don't have to be in closed session. Training sessions do not have to be in closed session. There are exemptions under the Municipal Act which allow us to hold them in closed session. But for all intents and purposes, workshops are to be open to the public, Clerk Fernando Lamana responded. With the municipal election scheduled for next year, the last meeting for this term of council will be held on September 26, 2022. The inaugural meeting of the new term of council is scheduled for November 28, 2022. Movement for Life by Lauren Walker. Anne Goreski, here's to 100 years. As a fitness instructor, my mom teaches twice a week at West Shore. I heard about one lady in her group named Anne Goreski, who will be 100 on November 17th. She participates in the group classes and, from what I've heard, has made excellent progress. The first thing to strike me was how refreshingly easygoing and relaxed she is. Her first comment to me was on how energetic and enthusiastic my mother is, and my response was, she loves what she does. I asked Anne if she enjoyed attending my mother's classes, and she said, "Oh yeah, sometimes I can do more and sometimes I can't. I just do what I can." She tries to take walks when the weather is good. It's nice getting out in the fresh air. It just lifts you up. I laughed jokingly. Having 10 kids, I guess you were very active. She laughed and nodded. They were always kept busy. From milking cows to mucking stalls, Anne is definitely no stranger to hard work. Growing up on a farm, Anne and her family consumed what they grew. Her mother and sister lived into their late 90s. Anne herself is blessed with good health and, at 100, only has high blood pressure. If you've been blessed with good health, then you're lucky. It is clear Anne is the modest type and very easy to get along with. We spent most of the time laughing about life and what it means to age. In my day, 50 used to be old. Now it's just the beginning of life. I hope we can look at 100 years with the same sense of humor she displays while sharing her story. Happy birthday, Anne. You are truly a gift to me.
Seize Your Freedom and Remain Independent by Tina Y. Gerber. I think you would agree most of us would prefer to live independently for as long as possible. The emotional effects of leaving one's long-lived-in home can have serious health implications. Canadians are living longer, and for the vast majority, seniors would prefer to age in their own homes within their community. There can be many challenges and costs associated with maintaining independence, but it is possible. Remaining in the family home gives seniors the freedom to see family and friends, entertain the grandchildren, and keep beloved pets. Staying healthy will make it easier and safer to stay at home. Seniors are more active than ever before. From daily walks, laps in a pool, to hikes in the forest, seniors need to take care of their health and be active for as long as possible. We all want the ability to live comfortably and independently, but may also need help with meals, assistance with housekeeping, rides to the doctor's office, bathing, and yard maintenance. Of course, this depends on the senior's physical and mental health, treatments needs, and other circumstances. As we age, we do experience some physical limitations and setbacks. Due to modern technologies over the last decade, living at home is a possibility with apps which can do anything. They can analyze your home environment and recommend modifications, such as adding safety features like grab bars and a shower chair for the prevention of falls, which increase after age 65. Modifications like stair lifts, mobility scooters, and home security systems enable us to live at home longer. There are voice-enabled devices such as medical alert systems, with which the wearer can press a call button for medical help 24/7. A medical alert system empowers seniors to retain their independence without compromising their personal safety. New devices can provide easy access to health information and services. Staying at home requires planning, based on your needs and knowing what things may change over time. Staying healthy is up to you. Looking for a little help? Talk to your doctor and family members about your health concerns, and look into what assistive devices and home modifications are available to help you live independently and remain at home. Try visiting the local library, where staff can help you search for resources. You have worked hard throughout your life, so retirement should be about you and creating the future you want. No matter where you are in life, today is a new beginning to live life to the fullest. To stay active and healthy, you can find a hobby which provides you with two important things. First, it should keep you physically active and mentally healthy. Second, it should keep you entertained and engaged. For instance, working in your garden or from a raised flower box to enhance mobility and flexibility, reading a good book, an inexpensive, fun hobby which offers knowledge, painting and sculpting, which helps you relax and keeps your hands and mind busy, babysitting grandchildren, which brings pleasure, as does spending time with any of the people you love. There's social activity, like a leisurely golf game, a gym workout, swimming, or tennis, which all keep muscles and joints moving. And playing video games can maintain dexterity and keep your brain active. Studying genealogy helps connections with family history, fighting depression and anxiety, and provides a valuable record for other family members' identities. Or scrapbooking, which helps you to relax and increases self-esteem as you review your accomplishments. Photography also helps relieve stress when your focus is on the petal of a flower, that feathered friend at the feeder, or the dimples of your grandchild. Woodworking also keeps hands and mind busy. Puzzles keep your brain sharp while having fun. You can also knit for charity, volunteer in your community, or at church. This brings satisfaction to you as well as supporting an organization. There is still plenty of time to be creative, start a new hobby, or discover a new passion to find your inner joy, and be grateful and thankful for the life you do have.
The Standard Podcast was produced by Greenstream Studio for the Standard newspaper.